Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Veronica and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little video where I'm talking about things I think we should leave in 2019 while I'm getting ready and doing my makeup. So if you are interested in watching, please stick around. The one thing I kind of wanted to talk about before I really get into this video is I might be talking about some things that you either wear or that you enjoy, and that is totally okay. My opinion is different than your opinion, and that's alright. Respect each other's opinions. I don't want hate in comments. I'm not going to give you hate if you wear it. I mean, some of my opinions might be rude, but you know what? It's my video. And in the end, I don't actually care because it's not me, it's you. And you're doing your own thing and you're doing things that make you happy. So if I come off as rude, I'm sorry. But please know that is not my intention. Like I said, do you. That's it. So if you are interested in watching, please stick around. Let's get into it. Alright, let's zoom in a little. Whoa, we're in. Is this good? Okay. I think so. We already primed the eyes. I set the eyes with white eyeshadow. We did our eyebrows, so we're just jumping to eyes first. I kind of want to do something blue today. We're doing a weird look that I have never really tried before. I think as everybody is going to say, cancel culture obviously should be the first thing left in 2019 because cancel culture is absolutely stupid. You're really gonna say someone's a horrible person, they should lose their job, lose their income, lose their way of living just because they said something in the past. I mean, yeah, it might be bad and it's horrible and they should apologize for it, but a lot of people learn. I know there's a couple things that I could think of that people would cancel me for that I know I tweeted or put an Instagram post of a really, really long time ago, you know, and it was way before. Because, okay, society has been changing rapidly the past couple years of what's okay to say, what's not okay to say. And if you go back a couple years, if you go back over 7 years and see some, like I said, I can think of a couple things, maybe everybody can think of a couple things that they would probably be canceled for. And it's it's from what, over 10 years ago, and it's just obviously you're not the same person as you were. If you're saying that stuff now, well then, yeah, you should probably maybe be canceled, but you're saying that stuff now, then that's a little bit different. But if you said it years ago, hopefully you've learned. I mean, yes, you should apologize, like I said, but it's just when people are no, their career is over because of it, it's just kind of really? Yeah. Also, along with cancel culture, people are willing to cancel you for almost anything minorly controversial. Yes, there's some things that you should definitely be canceled for. Let's say it came out that you were not a good person and you did this in the past. Hypothetically, you are an animal activist, and then it comes out that 10 years ago you got in trouble for hurting animals. Maybe I think you should probably be canceled for that. You should not be allowed to work with animals. Capiche? But if it's you said something 10 years ago and it wasn't as offensive as it is now, I don't really think you should be canceled for it. So I've just started trying to do cut creases, so don't come for me when they look like poo-poo. But I'm trying, I'm learning. Anybody get it? Where okay, so yesterday I was wearing this hot pink look on my eyes, and when I took my makeup off, it was completely stained. Some of you guys are not gonna like me for saying this. like at all. But kind of goes along with cancel culture. Kind of not. We need to leave behind holding others responsible for your own emotions, or basically holding others responsible for you being offended. I think this is the most ridiculous 2 years ever. People are so quick to be offended, right? But then they blame others that they're offended. It's not other people's fault that you're offended by something they did, wore, say. It's your own fault that you're offended. And as long as it's not illegal or anything, I should say. When I was doing my generals in college, but I took some psychology classes about emotions and whatnot, basically it's saying that your emotions come from, you know, a certain part of your brain, and it's that part of your brain that triggers you, you know, being offended or whatnot. Other people aren't responsible for your emotions. That's like the biggest thing that was, I want to guess, like pushed on that unit. Now if it's illegal, that's something else. But everybody is going about their everyday life, and people shouldn't have to go out of their way to try to please you and make sure you're okay. Same with you. You shouldn't go out of your way to make sure everybody else is okay. If someone gets offended by something you wear, say, then that's their own problem. For example, I have this shirt that says fuck cancer. For some reason, a lot of people get offended by it if I go to places where there's not a lot of like punk rock people. People get so mad, and then they'll pull their kids closer to them when I walk past them because of that shirt, and it's like, why are you so offended? It's just a shirt. I'm not gonna do anything but like smile and wave and say hi to you. I'm just gonna like, okay, man. The next thing we definitely should leave in 2019, and a lot of you guys are gonna hate me for this, is neon roots with like natural hair. And the first person I can think of is Billie Eilish, and I'm very sorry if you like her, but her hair right now with the black and the neon green is hideous. There's a couple people around that have, you know, I've seen neon pink and black, blue and black, neon green and black. There's been a brown and something else, and it's so ugly. Like, why do you think that's cute? Did you just get bored one day and not feel like bleaching the rest of your hair that was already dyed and just color your new grow out? Genuine question. What about that hair color do you like? What about it do you like? Because I don't get it. I hate putting my hair up when it's still a little damp. The next thing I think we should leave in 2019, and they're becoming so popular again, and I think it's so ugly, is Crocs. Crocs need to go. Bad. They're looking for something to, you know, just slip on. Get some either slip-on shoes, sandals, slides. They're basically like covered slides. And I think they're so ugly. I mean, slides aren't the cutest either, but those type of shoes I don't think are meant to be cute. But it's just kind of like, they don't offer you any protection. So why not just go for some slides or like flip-flops? They don't offer you any like dryness from the weather. You'll probably get horrible tan lines if you wear them outside all day. For me, because they were really popular when I was like really young, maybe like preschool, kindergarten, and I did have a pair during that time. And the inner part where, you know, the strap would connect to the shoe, it would cut the inside of my foot. Crocs are kind of, I can see being okay if you are an athlete and you are driving to a competition or you're driving to a game and you know you're just gonna switch your shoes really quick and you just need to walk to the locker room. Like, that's fine. Just throw on some slip-on Vans or something. That's what I do. And my feet are more protected than yours are. Mailman's here. Can you tell? this dog. So goofy. Alright. So we're moving on from Crocs. We're moving on from crockety ducks. And we're gonna move on to makeup. Makeup companies launching way too many makeup products throughout the year. Oh my god, everybody's talking about it, but it's just like, oh my god, you need to stop. I don't have all that money. The products do not look that good. And like, okay, specifically eyeshadow palettes. There's so many eyeshadow palettes coming out that I really don't think people are putting a lot of thought into it. There's not a lot of thought going into the color stories. I don't think there's a lot of time and effort being put into making sure the quality is up to standard. Morphe and Anastasia Beverly Hills are two really big companies that have launched so many products this year. I saw this morning that Morphe launched a new palette basically like overnight, and it's like, where did this even come from? Like, nobody talks about it. Like, there's so many launches that like influencers don't even talk about most of them. They'll talk about the brands that have just a few launches. You hear a lot about Huda Beauty. That's a good one. But other than that, like, I even think Jeffree Star came out with way too much makeup palette, or way too much makeup this year. Like, what is it? He came out with Blue Blood. He came out with Jawbreaker. He came out with the Conspiracy palette. He came out with something for Black Friday, and then he came out with this highlight thing. And I think that's just way too much. And I'm sorry, but I bought the Thirsty palette a couple years ago, and I think the quality of the eyeshadows for that is a little bit better than this Mini Controversy palette. It's not as crumbly, and I just think everything's produced so fast. And it's like, slow down, take a break. People are willing to wait for you. They're willing to wait, just like we were years ago, because I started getting into makeup way before the traditional YouTubers now are into makeup. I started getting into makeup around 2010. I mean, yes, I was starting high school, and you know, high schoolers at that time weren't wearing makeup like this, like they are now. I was learning, and you know, my skills weren't nearly as what they are now. Not saying I do have good skills, but like, the big makeup launches when I first started was a Naked palette, and like a Naked palette would come out like, what, once a year, once every year and a half. And it's like, everyone was excited for that and reviewing for that and doing looks for that, because there wasn't a lot of things coming out. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was super inspired because like, hey, it's something new. But now there's so many new things, people are just like, whatever. I need that. I want people to come for me, but it's like, I think it's way too much. I know like people say ColourPop can do it because they have a lower price point, which is kind of true. If you have a lower price point, you're more able to do it because, you know, people aren't spending an arm and a leg to do it. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. Majority of people live paycheck to paycheck, and almost everybody is underpaid for what they are worth. Wages are not nearly what they used to be. Inflation is a real thing. America's wage like ratio to inflation isn't consistent, I guess. Basically, we haven't had a lot of income increase since the 80s, but inflation to do with living and surviving has risen since the 80s. So it's like, our wages aren't going up, but the cost of living is, so we have less money to spend. When we have less money to spend, you know, we wanna find the good products, because we don't want to waste money and think of like, wow, I could have gotten something else, but instead I got this and it wasn't worth it. I don't think biker shorts are cute for anything other than biking. But biker shorts are not cute for anything other than biking. I'm sorry, please stop wearing them with like fancy shirts and stuff. For the most part, like, I don't want to like make fun of, it sounds like I'm going to be making fun of you, but for the most part, you have a camel toe when you have it. I personally don't want to have camel toe. They look very cheaply made. They're expensive. I mean, like, if you're working out or biking, that's something different. But I'm talking about like wearing these biker shorts as everyday wear. Sorry. It just looks like you're not taking care of yourself. Alright, we're done with the face. Is that this shit? I think I should use the purple underneath just for shits. Why not? Outsourcing makeup or outsourcing manufacturing needs to be left in 2019. We are killing ourselves with trying to get the cheapest way to make products. Just because we find it cheaper to make X, Y, and Z overseas in this country, in this specific country, doesn't mean we should do it. Yes, it creates jobs there for them, but for the most part, let's be honest, the jobs are not good. They're working in sweatshops. They're paid shit. A lot of the times, especially with big corporations, not naming names, they'll have child workers. And for the most part, these child workers cannot leave, and they'll be raped, and they'll be impregnated by their boss. It's disgusting. We have workers here that used to be in manufacturing that lost their job. They would love to work in it again. I feel like the biggest industry that still manufactures in the United States is makeup. I could be wrong, I haven't looked anything into it, but you hear like Jeffrey makes his makeup here. I think Jaclyn Hill makes her makeup here. A lot of brands make their makeup in the United States. But there's a lot of other products that aren't made here, you know, like a lot of clothing's not made here. Basically everything that you own is probably not made in the United States. And that really hurts us. I mean, yes, we can keep manufacturing overseas, but I feel like we should bring some back. Because in the end, you know, some things can happen, some policies can change, there could be some weird tariff changes, and all of a sudden we can't really pay for the things that we are importing that we do now, if that makes sense. And it's just scary having to rely on other countries so much to be able to get our products when we are capable of doing them ourselves. I feel like we can be more self-sustainable, but at the same time, you know, trading is very important. So it's like you have to find a medium. I think what we're doing right now is not okay. Chunky sneakers are ugly as hell. It makes you look like you have clown feet. Are we going back in time? Apparently we are. These wings aren't even. So these hoes ain't loyal. You good? I think we're good. Chunky like, okay, I literally can't get over how ugly chunky shoes are. Like, I think they started with Kanye West introducing like the Yeezys or something. I really don't remember. But watch, look at this is gonna be all like gross now because I had it in a bun. Yeah, we're gonna have to braid it. Cute. For the most part, the colors are really ugly and the designs on them just don't make sense. I saw this a lot like a couple months ago, but then I haven't seen this lately. But overloaded animal print, I mean, if there's like a little bit of animal print accent to it, that's fine. But if you have like a full-on animal print shirt, giraffe shirt, animal print, cheetah print leggings, it's really tacky, and please stop wearing it. Just kidding, you do you. I'm just not gonna be wearing it. We got 2 more things left. Looks like I'm doing 4, but we got 2 more things left. And these are just clothing things that I don't really like, but alright, so flats. I think flats are so ugly. I wear flats every day to work because, you know, I work in an office and everything, and I don't want to wear heels. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about wearing flats like with normal outfits. Like, I think it's really not cute when people wear like skinny jeans and flats instead of, you know, like sneakers, Vans, Converse, combat, some type of boot. When it's flats, they're not cute. It just looks kind of childish in my book. and you just don't really look like you're put together. Looks like your feet are trying to be professional, but then you're trying to look casual on the top. The last thing I wanted to talk about that we should leave in 2019 is wrap dresses or shirts. And some of them are cute, but the ones where it's like a literal wrap and you have to tie it together around your waist and you have like two little ties going down, it makes you look like you're wearing a robe. I would not feel safe wearing that. I feel like some guy would come up to me and just tug at it and make my dress or shirt fall off. Definitely have seen that happen in school. Like there was, I went shopping last weekend for my graduation dress, and there's a shirt I tried on because it was like a wrap shirt, but I didn't think it was a legitimate wrap shirt. So I tried it on and I was like, oh, it's cute, until I realized I had to tie it, and I'm like, no, it's not. It had like a big weird rectangle thing like right under your boob, and then it had like something really long hanging all the way down to your knee, and it was just like, oh, that's not as cute as I thought it was gonna be. Maybe not. No. That is today's video. I hope you guys weren't too bored. That's everything I think we should leave in 2019. Obviously, if you wear any of this, continue doing you. I'm not you, you're not me. It's not my style. My style might not be your style. Do you. Do whatever makes you happy. If someone ever comes up to you and, you know, asks you why you're wearing something, tells you that you're not cute, telling you that you are not fitting up to their expectation, gently remind them that thank God they're not the ones wearing what you're wearing and that you are. And so they can save their embarrassment and go on, and you can continue living your day. Someone came up to me once and asked me why I was wearing this certain bright color shirt. And I said, because I like it, but you want to know what something? Like, at least you're not wearing it. And walked away, which is true. People don't like what you're wearing, say, well, at least you're not wearing it. Walk away. That's all I have for you guys. Hopefully you didn't mind me getting ready for this video. I will see you next time. Have a good day. Have a good holiday. If I don't see you, I probably will. Remember, like, we are definitely stressing on money, and I just wanted to let you guys know, even though it's the holiday season, don't stress on money. Be around your family, love everybody. It's about that part. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.